since taking the helm at the beginning of the month. And I love how you equate this to, correcting the ship. I love that. Oklahoma State Superintendent Lindel Fields has been very, very busy. The last 3 weeks have been a little bit nonstop for you. Governor Stitt appointing Fields to the state's top education job to succeed Ryan Walters. Superintendent Fields joining us live in studio. Thank you so much for waking up early. Thankfully, this is not too far of a commute for you this morning, though.
Well, actually only a mile this morning, but still early. You guys are early birds.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I got that 2 a.m. alarm clock, and that is no joke.
No, thank you.
How is that commute from Tulsa to OKC going for you every single day?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay.
It's about an hour 25 door to door, and most of the mornings full of phone calls, at least so far. And then in the evening, I shut the phone down about halfway because I need a little break.
Yep.
So not bad, and we know it's just for 14 more months.
Yep.
I'm not counting the months, but it's temporary.
That's right. That's right. It is temporary. This term is 15 months, correct?
That's right. Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about a story that is top of mind for so many families that are waking up less than 24 hours. 700,000 Oklahomans will be losing their SNAP benefits. And that goes to our most vulnerable when we're talking about our kids, those with disabilities, veterans. I want to talk about how you are supporting and giving a voice to children who rely on those free meals, especially in schools.
Well, first, let me just say, I hope this gets settled really soon because so many people are dependent upon the SNAP benefits. For our children in schools that rely on free and reduced lunches, for example, those will continue. There won't see any interruptions to that. Schools can also apply for a program that allows for meals, a third meal for after school if they're in a area where they have 50% free and reduced lunches. But most importantly, to parents who may not have signed up for free and reduced lunches, if you had a change in your income recently as a result of SNAP or anything else, put that application in immediately, and that can change at any time. So we can get those meals to students quickly if they'll do that, and that would be for the rest of the year.
Okay, that's a little bit of relief. That urgency to let them know now to do that before midnight tonight?
As soon as possible.
As soon as possible. All right. DHS, by the way, just announced that applications and renewals for child care subsidies are now being paused for children 6 and older. The $5 a day COVID era adds up for families in need. And I got a chance to ask you this before, but if you have any influence, whether or not at the state level, if you can kind of shift the state funding in any way to make that happen?
There's not really that kind of variance at the state level, at least not right now. So again, hopefully they will get this resolved.
Yeah.
Sooner than later.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Parents, teachers, and students of Oklahoma, they've dealt with a turbulent State Department of Education over the last few years. And you said that you want to improve literacy, incentivize teachers. How else are you planning on studying the ship other than those two big things?
Well, the third pillar was career pathways, ensuring that the 12 to 14,000 students that graduate our high school programs every year have a path. A clear path, whether it's career tech or college or military. So we have so many of those. And also want to have conversations about the number of days our students have, far less than most states, certainly surrounding us. So I think we need to have a conversation about that as well.
Okay. You've also reversed some of former Superintendent Ryan Walters' policies. Explain why that was so important to you.
Well, some of those had been put into what they call a stay by the courts, so we had to make decisions quickly, and most of those decisions were to move things forward, save money for our taxpayers in Oklahoma, and get those things off high center. So we've responded to the courts in one of those cases, and we'll have another response very soon regarding social studies and our request to extend that stay so we can have additional input. But it was to get those moving throughout the court system.
Okay. We've been listening to parents who have several concerns about protecting children in Coweta. Are you aware of that situation? There's 15 alleged sexual assaults just in one calendar year alone.
We are aware of those. Those were made to me earlier this week. And let me just say that one incident is too many. 15 is concerning, and I don't know the details about any of those alleged assaults, but I just want to say one is way too many.
Absolutely, absolutely. Not just this incident, but we've seen several incidents of student-to-student violence in Oklahoma districts. What's your message to districts navigating that really difficult time?
It just seems like just such an unusual time that these things are happening. There's so many reasons behind poverty, not doing well in school, experiencing violence at home, all contribute to that. I think the message would be that as professionals, as educators, we have a responsibility to report any activity if we suspect it. Not if we've proven it or investigated it. If we suspect it, we have a responsibility to report it to the authorities immediately. And that can help maybe get some of this resolved sooner. So I want to encourage folks to be on the lookout, especially with the SNAP benefits. Just be aware, and if you suspect anything, please report it as soon as possible.
My final question to you,
Sure.
Being a leader in education and being a father, tell me why education is so important to you and why our children matter.
Well, it's our future. So most kids go to public schools, and whether it's public or private, having good education for their futures is just so very important. And my plan is really just to get us back to the basics, the blocking and tackling, as I keep saying. Sometimes we're trying to run plays. Let's focus on the basics so kids can compete. And we're Oklahomans. We love Oklahoma. And if we want to compete for businesses and improve our economic vitality, we have to have a well-educated workforce. And like everybody else, I just want the best for my daughter, and it starts at school.
And she's a fifth grader.
She is, right here in Tulsa.
I'm sure she's getting ready for Halloween too.
She is. She's going to be Dorothy.
Oh, my daughter's going to be Glinda.
Well, there you go.
Well, listen, maybe I'll see you out there trick-or-treating.
I hope so.
Superintendent Fields, thank you so much for
You're
your
very
time and
welcome.
joining us on 2 News. You are welcome back anytime, sir.
Thanks
really
so much.
appreciate it.